If you thought the royal balcony was just a stone terrace where the Windsors wave politely at the crowd, think again. According to insiders, Meghan Markle has reportedly left King Charles absolutely fuming with what's being described as a ridiculous demand ahead of her next potential visit to the UK. And let's be honest, when it comes to royal drama, nothing is too outrageous to imagine. But this time, the story unfolds with a mix of palace fury, family tension, and an audacious request that seems to have pushed Charles over the edge. The balcony that started it all. But before we continue, please subscribe, like, and turn on the notification bell for more updates. Picture this. Buckingham Palace, Union Jack flags fluttering in the breeze, crowds gathered with their phones out, ready to capture history. The balcony is iconic, not just because of its prime view, but because it's a symbol of belonging. To stand there is to be publicly recognized as part of the firm. Meghan, it seems, knows this very well. Reports suggest she demanded not only a spot on the balcony but a spotlight moment during the royal lineup. Think less supporting cast and more leading lady. But here's the twist, King Charles wasn't having it. After years of tension, stepping away from royal duties, and that infamous Oprah interview, Meghan's demand reportedly felt like the ultimate provocation. For Charles, it wasn't just about optics. It was about principle. Why should someone who walked away from the monarchy now dictate where she stands during one of its most symbolic traditions? Charles's furious reaction. Sources close to the palace say the king's reaction was nothing short of explosive. He's a man who has weathered scandals, divorces, and decades of being the world's longest-serving heir. Yet this, a balcony demand from Meghan, reportedly left him seething. Imagine the king pacing through the gilded halls of Buckingham Palace, Camilla at his side, while aides whispered nervously about protocol and precedent. One aide allegedly quipped that Meghan might as well have asked to take the king's throne for a test run. While humorous, the comparison underscores just how absurd the demand felt within royal circles. To Charles, it wasn't just Meghan asking for a photo op. It was Meghan challenging his authority, poking the very heart of the monarchy's hierarchy. Why the balcony matters so much. You might be wondering, why all this fuss over a patch of stone real estate? Because the balcony is no ordinary perch. Every royal wedding kiss, every trooping the color, every historical moment of togetherness has played out there. To stand on it is to send a message. I belong. I am endorsed. I am royal. For Meghan to demand that moment now feels, to many, like rewriting history. After all, she and Harry chose to step away, carving out their Montecito lifestyle of Netflix deals, podcast contracts, and glamorous events. Wanting the balcony again is like quitting your job but still showing up to the company Christmas party expecting the CEO to hand you the microphone. Wouldn't that raise eyebrows in any office? A royal power struggle in disguise. Beneath the drama lies a bigger question. Who really holds the power in this family feud? Meghan's move, whether seen as bold or brazen, forces Charles into a corner. If he gives in, it signals weakness, suggesting that Meghan can bend royal tradition to her will. If he refuses, the narrative of cold, unwelcoming monarchy gains another chapter. It's a lose-lose situation wrapped in royal protocol. And let's be real. Does anyone think Meghan made this demand without knowing exactly how explosive it would be? Some see it as strategic, a way to control the headlines once again. After all, when was the last time the balcony drew this much attention? Lessons hidden in the royal drama. Surprisingly, there's something we can all take away from this saga. Think about times in your own life when someone tried to reclaim privileges after walking away. A former colleague suddenly demanding access to insider meetings, or an ex-friend wanting to be front and center at your milestone birthday. The instinct to say absolutely not is strong, and for good reason. Boundaries matter, whether you're a king or just someone protecting your peace. The real lesson? You can't quit the role and still expect the perks. Commitment and credibility go hand in hand. If Meghan truly wants to heal the rift, the path forward isn't through balcony photo ops, but through genuine reconciliation. What happens next? The unanswered question now is whether Charles will soften in the face of public relations pressure, or double down to protect the sanctity of royal tradition. Will Meghan adjust her expectations? Or will this escalate into yet another round of headlines painting the royals as divided? And where does Harry stand in all this? Torn between loyalty to his wife and the family legacy he was born into. One thing is clear. The balcony demand has reignited old tensions that were never fully put to rest. It's not just about where Meghan stands physically. It's about where she stands symbolically, in the monarchy, in Charles's eyes, and in the history books. Final thoughts. Royal watchers might chuckle at the absurdity of it all, but beneath the humor lies a very human story. One of family feuds, bruised egos, and the longing for recognition. The king's fury isn't just about a balcony. It's about feeling undermined by someone who chose to walk away. Meghan's demand isn't just about visibility. It's about carving a place in a world that she simultaneously rejects and craves. So, what do you think? Was Meghan bold or out of line? Should Charles stand firm or extend an olive branch, even if it means bending tradition? The royal balcony may be centuries old, but the drama playing out on it feels as fresh as today's headlines. If this saga taught us anything, it's that power, family, and recognition often collide in the most unexpected ways. And whether you're a monarch or just managing your own personal circle, the lesson is the same. Respect boundaries, honor commitments, and don't underestimate the symbolism of where you stand. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Would you give Meghan her spot on the balcony? Or tell her, like Charles reportedly did, no chance?